Now that's a good question.
Hello again for our next installment of Good Question. And this week we have another good question from someone named Cassidy. Cassidy asked, can a star become a planet? Can a star become a planet? Now that's a good question for an aspiring astronomer. And so let's talk about that question. And I'd like to refer to one of my favorite books, a pop-up facts book about space. You see, space is a big place, as you may have guessed, and the entire universe is made up of lots of things, including galaxies, and galaxies are made up of billions of stars, and around many of those stars, as we are discovering, are planets like our own solar system. In our own solar system, we've got several planets, including our own planet Earth, and they're all orbiting our star, which we call the sun. Now, let's get to the question, though. Can a star become a planet? Well, in life on planet Earth, we see many cycles in nature. Things are born, things live, things die. That's the cycle of life, folks. And we are all living things made up of matter. And that matter is recycled. So when leaves fall to the ground, they decompose, and the minerals and material in those leaves are recycled in nature, and new trees grow. That's the circle of life. Well, that same cycle exists in the universe, believe it or not. You see, over long periods of time, and we have been able to observe this taking place within our own galaxy, as well as throughout the universe, stars are born, they live their life, and then they die. But that material that they are made out of, the matter of the universe, is constantly being recycled. Just like living things here on Earth, the material in the universe is recycled as well. And so everything in the universe, there was once a great astronomer by the name of Carl Sagan, and he once said, we're all star stuff. And in reality, that's very much true, because all things in the universe, including planets, are made of star stuff, the elemental components of the universe. So where did the planets in the solar system come from? They came from the material that originated in stars elsewhere, exploding, sending that material out into space. Then it was gathered together by the movement of that matter. Most of the matter gathered in the center, creating the star in the center of our solar system, known as the sun, and other chunks of material formed the planets. Now, I think the question is really asking, and it was a brilliant question, Cassidy, can a star itself become a planet? Well, here's the deal. Our sun one day will run out of fuel. And when our star runs out of fuel, it is believed that it's going to explode and expand and use up the last bit of energy that it has in its core, and then contract in on itself and become what's called a brown dwarf. And by some people's definitions, that brown dwarf is kind of like going to become a large dead planet. So, can stars become planets? Well, I would say the answer to that question is yes, and there are more ways than you may think in terms of how that might actually take place. So, we'll have more interesting questions about astronomy in the future. So, until next time, I'll say bye-bye.